CCCA poll, national poll. However, they are first in the Mountain Region poll. So, if Coach was making a big statement.
So this weekend, we kick off the season. We just got started. We didn't bring back the team early. We're just kind of getting going. The national championship isn't for a while from now, so where some teams gear up and try to hit it hard the first meet, we're trying to plan for being healthy in late November. The meet this weekend is a combination community run, college meet, and high school meet. The high school meet, it's been going on for quite a long time. It's a great time for kids from the state of New Mexico to actually run on grass at the golf course, and it's a great experience for them. It's a great experience for our team to go through the motions. We consider this part of our preseason, as our RPI does not start for a couple of weeks, so we will run sparingly. A lot of women and men will not run this weekend because, again, we just got back in school. The goals have always been the same for the last 13 years, to try to figure out a way to be top 10 in the country, and to try to contend for conference championships, and that doesn't change. We're led by a good group of Edna Kurgat, Wayne Kaladi, Adva Cohen, Jared Garcia on the men's side, Toby Cook on the men's side. We have an addition named Will Fuller, who's very good on the men's side as well. So we look to have a great season, just try to get to the end healthy, as I've told you guys before. There are some very formidable teams out there, including Arkansas is very deep. They're a very good team. Colorado is an exceptional team as well. They always have been. Both are well coached, and expect them to be there at the end as well.
Coach, you mentioned Wayne Kaladi. Just a lot of people learned about her name from what she did at the NCAAs last season. Just what have the last few months been like for her, just and from what you've seen as well?
Well, she's a very driven woman, and she is driven academically. She's driven on the running stage. Like all of our elite athletes that we've had in the past, they don't settle for what they did last week. They're looking for the future. And Wayne had a very good experience over the summer when she ran in the Prefontaine Classic, and it was actually at Palo Alto this year, and ran against some of the best in the world, and was able to see what it looks like to run against the best in the world. So that was very positive for her. But with her and Edna leading the way, we hope to have a super good season.
And Coach, can you just talk about the polls? You guys aren't going to sneak up on anybody because of the national champions and all that stuff.
Yeah, the polls are nice just because it gives you an idea of what your peers think about you, and that's always refreshing to know that they are considering you one of the better teams in the country. Of the teams that we ranked, a significant number of teams, 25 I think it is, or do we rank 31? I don't remember. 25. Those teams are all quality teams and all have the potential to do well. The nice thing for us in our sport, it has absolutely nothing to do with making a national championship. Our poll does not come into play in our selection process at all, so you don't have there's no somebody getting left out. It's a very objective process to get to the national championships, and that's what we love about our sport. It's head-to-head, wins and losses, and how you run on the day at the regional.
You mentioned not really bringing your team back early, and you guys are geared for November. When did that change for you? At what point in this program's building did it change that?
Probably about 6 years ago, because we tend to have people running very late. Our season is very long because you have people running till June or late June. And if you're going to be fit, you're going to do what you need to do over the summer. Our season is so short. It's about 90 days. So if you come in unfit, you're probably not going to make it. So what we found with going to camp, so to speak, was you'd go there and not have classes. You're there, you're in a cabin somewhere in the mountains. And we found that people would race a lot in practice and want to kind of show each other up, and so we just got away from that. And that's been a very positive in our growth, because they know that when we get here, we start very slowly and just kind of build. It's a constant build for the next 90 days.
Was there a benchmark in the evolution of the program 6 years ago that kind of
I think it probably happened in around 2012. We had a very, very good team, and we just were just a little off all year, and we couldn't really pinpoint it, and that was the one thing that we had started doing, so we just got away from that. And that's probably when it changed, was 2012, because we used to go up to Sipapu, and we went there for 2 years, and it was a great experience. You know, maybe we'd do it again, but we wouldn't have running involved. Just go up there. But I think that allowed our men and women to know when you have the type of people that run distance races, they're already driven. They're already mentally, you know, they're pretty type A people. So if you throw them in that pressure cooker within the first week, everybody's excited. Then you throw in the fact that you're at 7,000 feet, and it was kind of a recipe for disaster.
I was wondering if it took anybody telling you anything, or
No, it was purely.
for a coach to back off.
No, it's my philosophy has always been learn by failing. So I've had all of our training and philosophies have been based on what hasn't worked, as opposed to we've gotten to what has worked by what hasn't worked, if that makes any sense.
Coach, you're one of those perennial winners we've ever known here at the University of New Mexico. It's a new season. You've got a philosophy about how to begin a new season
Yeah.
and get that extra spark in there, because you've got it in you, you convey it. Can you share it with us,
Well,
your philosophy?
Well, sure. It's all first and foremost to have fun. We got to laugh. We got to enjoy it. I mean, I'm complaining because it's 95 degrees and sunny today. I mean, that's the kind of worst of my problems. But you got to have fun. And when you talk about spark, I would say it's like a slow burn that's going to build. So you don't want that initial spark right now. You want this slow fire, this little fire that builds throughout the year. Our first true race is not until October 5-ish, October 4, 5 at Notre Dame. And that will be literally everybody who's in Colorado will be there, Arkansas will be there, Washington will be there, NC State will probably be there. So it's everybody who's anybody's there. So we have to slowly build to get to that point. And then once you get to that point, we're probably not going to run very well. It's the way we'd never run particularly well the first meet of the year, is what it is, because we haven't competed like other teams. But we want to run well 6 and 7 weeks later. So it's that slow, that's the spark when we actually kind of hit those rocks together, is at Notre Dame. And then see if we can get a fire going.
Coach, how do you work it? Like, I know other teams are coming here to run against you. I notice you do hold back a lot of people at times. Do you guys communicate at all? Let the other coaches know, hey, we're not going to have so-and-so and so-so because they're coming here with maybe I didn't know if you communicate.
Not really, but anybody who would do any research on any of the top teams in the country is going to know how the coach does things. I know what Arkansas is going to do. I know in terms of racing. I know what Colorado is going to do. I know when they're going to hold people out. I know when Washington and things. We just know each other well enough that we talk on the phone. I was literally talking to the Arkansas coach 20 minutes ago. So, and so we all know about each other. We all talk. We're all good friends.
So it sounds like you're holding everybody back to Notre Dame.
Yeah, we are. But that's what most people are going to do.
Okay.
That's what most people in the top 10, top 15 teams in the country, they're gonna try to get the spark going at Notre Dame.
Any other questions? Thank you.
Thank you very much, guys.